we have 4 members of the board, which could lead to a tie, which would be a no. So any of the applicants who want to defer until we get 5 members, which could be tonight in a little bit or next month, you can do that. Otherwise, you go with 4, and we'll be fine with that. I'll call the meeting to order, and I'll ask the members to introduce themselves, starting with Charlie Jones.
Charlie Jones, member of the board. Got an echo.
Jeff Catone.
Jeff Catone, member of the board.
Okay. Jared Bartz.
Jared Bartz, member of.
Tom Fox.
You're muted, Tom.
You're muted, Tom.
Tom Fox, member of the board.
Good.
Our zoning administrator, Emily Diaz.
Emily Diaz-Melendez with the zoning office.
My name's Steve Price. I'm solicitor to the board. So I'll start the meeting until Mr. Rabina can take over control. We have first some housekeeping items. There were 2 requested continuances, one for 313 Elm Street and one for 2040 Center Avenue. Is there a motion to grant those continuances for next month?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
There's a motion and a second. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed? Ayes have it. So those are continued, and Emily, let the applicants know that they'll be on the agenda next month, please.
Okay.
We have a number of decisions to render from last month. The first one is appeal number 2025-0017 with respect to 408 North 9th Street. Is there a motion to approve the requested relief subject to the conditions set forth in the written decision?
So moved.
I'll make the motion.
All right, there's a motion and a second. Are there questions or comments on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed? Ayes have it. There's an appeal number 2506-0018 with respect to a property at 1200 North 12th Street. Is there a motion to approve the requested relief subject to the conditions set forth in the written decision?
I'll make that motion.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Are there questions or comments on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed? Ayes have it. The third decision is 2606-0019 with respect to 415, 421, and 433 Pearl Street. Is there a motion to approve the requested relief?
Motion.
Is there a second? Is there a second?
Second.
All right, motion and a second. Any questions or comments on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
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 Okay, ayes have it. Is there a motion, we have another decision 2506-0020 with respect to 114 Robinson Street. Is there a motion to approve the relief requested subject to the conditions set forth in the written decision?
I'll make the motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Are there questions or comments on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. The final decision is decision 2506-0021 with respect to 928 Perry Street. Is there a motion to approve the relief requested subject to the conditions set forth in the written decision?
So moved.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion. Second. Are there questions or comments on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed? Ayes have it. With that, we'll go into the decisions or the hearings for tonight. The first one is 25 South Front Street. It's appeal 2501-005. It's Reading Area Community College. They are represented by Ms. London. I'll have Emily sworn in, please.
Do you swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you.
Emily, has notice of this hearing been given?
Yes.
All right, I'll put some exhibits into the record, the notice, proof of publication of the notice, proof of posting of notice, the application, including all its attachments, and the zoning ordinance of the city of Reading as amended. With that, Ms. London, you want to enter your appearance and maybe give an offer of proof, and then if you have witnesses, we can, if need be, we'll cross-examine them.
That will be fine. Enter my appearance for Reading Area Community College, Joan, middle initial E, London, London. Kozloff Stout, 2640 Westview Drive, Wyomissing 19610. I have with me tonight as witnesses Dr. Susan Looney and Ken Deerstein from Reading Area Community College, as well as Bob Reed from Spiesel Architects and Paul Schmull from Barry Azette and Associates to give technical testimony with respect to the plans and to the request for variances. We have been before this board before. We received a variance at the March 12th meeting from section 1823B1 of the zoning ordinance, which is part of the floodplain regulations. And we are here requesting an additional variance from section 1823B4 of the zoning ordinance, which requires any non-residential structure or part thereof to floodproof in accordance with the W1 or W2, which is dry or essentially dry floodproofing. And we are requesting the right to utilize wet floodproofing, and we believe that it is the equivalent or greater in safety, and that there would be a great deal of hardship if the student union building were forced to utilize the dry floodproofing, which is the literal reading of the ordinance. We have appeared before the Planning Commission, and the city has also received legal opinion on this matter as to whether the variance from the floodplain regulations can and should be granted. Both were in the positive. To give you some detail, the student union building in question at 25 South Front Street has been in the same location and configuration since its acquisition by RAC in 1994 and was most recently renovated in 1995. It has not been renovated since, and there have been no changes to the height or footprint of the building. As part of the revitalization of the campus, which is necessary for the campus to serve the citizens of Berks County, and in particular the city of Reading, there need to be some renovations made to the student union building as not only a central gathering location, but also a location where necessary services and amenities can be provided. The initial renovation plan would have placed the renovations mainly at the ground floor level. Because of discussions with the city and its technical staff, a decision was made to move more to a second story, and at great cost, the plans were revised to make the one-story building a two-story building, and to move a number of the renovations upstairs and above the base flood elevation. There are actually there are areas of the building that are above the base flood elevation and several below. there's only been one occasion in recent memory where floodwaters reached the building, and the damage was relatively minor. The proposed renovations, which are seen in the plans prepared by Spiesel Architects and Barry Azette and Associates, would move many of the renovations upstairs and at least raise the level of the ones that are below the base flood elevation. The proposed plan, which is a wet floodproofing plan, would mitigate the risks at a far more reasonable cost. The dry floodproofing required in the Army Corps of Engineers regulation, the W1 or W2 standard, which is a dry or essentially dry wood to make the building watertight, would be prohibitively expensive and require the demolition and rebuilding of the building. The proposed plan of wet floodproofing would mitigate the risks at a far more reasonable cost. First of all, 2/3 of the new area is on the second story, which is above the base flood elevation. The electrical and mechanical elements would be placed in the second story. Audio-visual and mechanical devices are being moved to the second floor. Backflow prevention will be installed in the sewer line. Finishes to the ground floor will be flood damage resistant. Ground floor electrical outlets will be installed above base flood elevation. Drywall used will be moisture resistant. There'll be marine grade casework used. Insulation on the ground floor to be closed cell spray foam insulation. Blocking used on the ground floor will be treated, and plywood will be marine grade. All floor and wall finishes will be able to be easily cleaned or modular for easy replacement. There are also included in the plans as revised the ability to shut off building electrical from the second story exterior. HVAC unit will be on the roof. There'll be flood resistant materials used in construction, and there will be instructions to open the doors if there's water that is imminently coming in to prevent damage and to prevent the increase in base flood elevation. The building frame will be able to handle, with exterior doors programmed to open, to equalize the hydrostatic pressure, the water pressure. It's our position that moving these items above the base flood elevation, as well as most of the renovations, and use of wet flood proofing for the areas below the base flood elevation will avoid any increase in base flood elevation and limit damage not only to the student union building in the unlikely event of serious flooding, but also protect other structures because the dry flood proofing would be more likely to increase the base flood elevation. It's our position, and you can hear testimony from our architect and our engineer, that there will be no negative safety impacts if the relief is granted.
So basically you're saying that RAC knows that they're building at their own risk. They're doing whatever they can to mitigate any potential harm, and they understand it might cost them more for insurance. So it's their baby, basically.
Yes, and Ken Deerstein is here on the Zoom call, and he is the vice president. He can give his full title if you'd like to have him sworn, and to agree to that on the record, that he is aware of that and that RAC is aware of that.
Well, why don't we have him sworn in, and he can give us a brief summary of what RAC understands about this project.
All right, Ken, you need to be sworn.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear the testimony about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Thank you.
All right, if you want to just reaffirm that RAC understands that they're building at their own risk, and they understand that there might be increased insurance premiums, but they're willing to do that.
Absolutely. We realize this is at our own risk. We've got good coverage now. We'll continue the same coverage. It could go up, as any insurance can, if the perceived risk is higher for, in this case, more cost. It won't be significant to our bottom line. We're fine with that.
All right, anybody have any questions for Mr. Deerstein?
No.
Anybody in the audience have any questions for Mr. Deerstein? Seeing none. Does anybody have any questions for the architects or the engineers that are present that haven't been sworn yet? If you do, we'll get them sworn. If not, we'll just go on the offer of proof in the memorandum that was supplied from McNeese, Wallace and Nurk. And Ms. London's offer of proof.
What I would like is for Mr. Reed and Mr. Schmall to state on the record that they agree with everything stated in the offer of proof and to see if they have anything else to add as far as technical.
All right, if you want them sworn, let's get them sworn.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear the testimony about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right,
I do.
Thank you. We both state your names for the record.
Paul Schmall.
And Robert Reed.
Thank you.
all right, Mr. Schmall, did you hear what Ms. London did as an offer of proof, and do you agree with it?
Yes, I agree with it.
Do you have anything else that you want to add?
Just that it will not increase the risk, that the existing condition now is in what we plan on doing will improve the existing condition now and actually make it a safer building.
All right, and then that was Mr. Schmall, right?
Yes.
Correct.
All right, Mr. Reed, did you hear what Ms. London made an offer of proof to?
I did.
Do you agree with what she represented to the board?
I do.
Do you have anything else you want to add?
Just that I agree with Mr. Schmall in terms of looking at creating an environment that's safer than what exists currently.
Any members of the board have any questions for Mr. Reed or Mr. Schmall?
Nope.
Anybody in the audience have any questions for Mr. Reed or Mr. Schmall? All right, seeing none, we'll close the evidentiary portion of this hearing. A decision will be rendered at next month's meeting. You don't have to be present. We'll send a copy to you, Ms. London, as you well know. Is there anybody in the audience that wants to testify for or against this application? I don't see anybody, although my eyes aren't the best anymore. Okay, so we'll definitely close the evidentiary portion of this. We thank you for the nice memorandum of law and the presentation, and hopefully we'll get this cleared up within 30 days, Ms. London.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, our next hearing is 229 Washington Street, Art City Reading LLC, for an exception for adaptive reuse for up to 21 residential units at the subject properties and any other relief required. The property is located in the CC Commercial Core Zoning District. The owner of record is Our City Reading. It is appeal number 2501-005. No, that's I'm sorry, that's the last one.
It's 2507-0023.
Oh, you're here, Phil. Good.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't see it.
It's been a long night.
All right, so I don't. Is Mr. Miller here? Scott Miller from Spot Stevens?
I don't see him on.
Is there a attorney representing Our City Reading? All right, well, why don't we just put that on hold and we'll move to the last one and then we'll see if Mr. Miller shows up, okay? Mr. Rabina, it would be 1333 Perkiomen Avenue if you want to take the hearing from there.
Okay. No, actually, there's another one. 2507-0024, 313 Elm Street.
Continued.
Oh, that continued. All right, thank you. All right, appeal 2507-0025, 1333 Perkiomen Avenue. Digna Carpo is seeking a variance to convert a single family dwelling into 3 dwelling units and any other relief required to support the project. The property is located in an R3 residential zoning district, and the owner of record is the applicant. All
This
right.
one, I believe, needs an interpreter. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I get sworn in first before I start
Yeah,
interpreting?
we'll
Please
swear
raise your
you
right
in.
hand. Do you swear to interpret truthfully and accurately to the best of your ability?
I do.
Thank you.
Okay.
La aplicación 21 2507-0025 1333 de la Perkiomen Avenue, UPI 165316062 85885 Digna Carpio. Está solicitando una variación o excepción para convertir una vivienda unifamiliar en 3 unidades de vivienda y cualquier otro alivio requerido para apoyar el proyecto. La propiedad está ubicada en el distrito de zonificación residencial R3 y la propietaria oficial y solicitante es Digna Carpio. ¿Está aquí Digna Carpio?
Okay. She needs to
Ah.
unmute herself.
Tiene que abrir el micrófono,
ya,
señor.
ya le puse.
Okay, I did already. I did already.
Okay.
And we need to swear Emily in.
Do you swear the testimony about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Has notice for this appeal been given?
It has.
Thank you. Mr.
Se ha dado
Price,
aviso para esta apelación, ya se ha dado.
All right, thank you. I'll put some exhibits into the record. Exhibit number 1 is the notice. Exhibit number 2 is proof of publication of the notice. Exhibit number 3 is proof of posting of the notice. Exhibit number 4 is the application, including all of its attachments. And exhibit number 5 is the zoning ordinance of the city of Reading as amended.
Entonces, vamos a poner algunas pruebas materiales en las actas. La número 1 es la notificación, la número 2 es la publicación de esta, la número 3 es el que ya se haya presentado esta, y la número 4 es la aplicación con todos sus anejos en la ciudad de Reading.
Está bien.
And Ms. Lund,
Thank
do
you.
you want to enter your appearance and give an offer of proof?
Yes, will do. Entering my appearance for Digna Carpio, Joan, middle initial E, London, London, Kozlov Stout, 2640 Westview Drive, Wyomissing, 19610. To give an offer of proof, the property at 1333 Perkiomen Avenue was purchased by Ms. Carpio in February of 2025. It is a single-family home, approximately 2,730 square feet, 3 stories, with 7 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, and she has applied for variances to convert the property to 3 apartments, with 1 apartment per floor, with two bedroom apartments and 1 3-bedroom apartments. All 3 apartments exceed the minimum requirements for the number of bedrooms, for the area for the number of bedrooms. She is not seeking to make any changes to the height or footprint of the building and has not made any changes to the property since purchasing it. It's an older home, built approximately 1890. And it really is too large to be used for a single family home by 2025 standards. Apartments are a use permitted by right in the R3 district, which has its stated purpose, allowing for the highest densities of use. The property has parking with, according to plans prepared by Mr. Herrera, who I believe is here and able to testify, space for 5 vehicles. Any construction would follow all city codes, and it would, and if the variance were granted, Ms. Carpio would have rules in effect for tenants to avoid noise, fumes, odors, overcrowding, or other negative impacts on the area. We believe it is the least variance that would allow her to reasonably use this property, and that there will be positive impacts on the community by the renovation of this 135-year-old property. Ms. Carpio is here and available to testify. And as I said, Mr. Herrera is here to review the plans. If the zoning officer could put the plans up on the screen that were submitted with the application. And there were also some photographs that were submitted as supplemental exhibits earlier today. Okay, those are the plans. Those are the plans that were prepared and that shows showing the existing condition aerial photograph. I'd like to have Mr. Herrera testify.
I'm sworn in.
Swear him in, please.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear the testimony about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Is Mr. Herrera there?
Mr. Herrera, I think you might be muted.
Hear me?
There you are.
Okay, apologize for that.
Do you swear the testimony about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Herrera, did you prepare the plans as a principal with Milan Consulting Group?
Yes, we did.
And you're familiar with the property at 1333 Perkiomen Avenue?
Yes, I am.
Okay, can you describe the plans and renderings that were prepared for this property for its conversion in the event that variances were granted for 3 apartment units?
Absolutely. And you already did a very well introduction of the background of the project. Definitely, this is a very big building for just one family. And okay, Emily, can you please go to the next page? Thank you. Okay, so on here we have existing site plan and proposed site plan. We are showing that there is a very large area to be able to have 5 parking spaces for the 3 units that we are proposing. There is an existing garage that is a little bit deteriorated. So Mr. Carpio plans to demolish the walls, but keep the roof. So she can have coverage on the parking spaces. The proposed site plan shows the proposed parking spaces. Any questions on these site plans?
Okay, can you show us the layout for the proposed apartments?
Okay, so this page with the pictures shows, can you please go up? Okay, so here we have the existing conditions of the property, showing all the existing floor plans of the 3 levels and the large lot that is an area that will be used for the parking spaces. Now we can go to the next page if you don't mind. Okay, so there will be a unit on every level. There will be a shared stairwell to access the upper units. The lower unit will have its own independent entrance. This unit is gonna have 2 bedrooms. And the square footage is 1,800 square feet. So that's gonna be 2-bedroom unit. Can you please go to the next sheet? Thank you. So this is the proposed second floor. This unit will hold 3 bedrooms. The area is 1,086 square feet. As I said before, the access is through a shared stairwell. And the next page will show the proposed layout for the 3rd floor. That will be a 2-bedroom unit, and it has 854 square feet. So there's gonna be 3 beautiful units with lots of space. As Mrs. London said, all the plans will include all the building codes required to make sure that it is done the right way.
Can the zoning officer share the screen with the photographs of the existing conditions of the property?
Opening them now. 1 second.
Right. Okay, this is the existing condition of the property. I'd like that to be considered as applicant exhibit 1. And can you go to the next photograph?
They're all attached to the application, so they're already in.
Oh, actually, these are the photographs that were submitted this morning.
Oh, okay.
So they're supplemental, so I'd like them just marked as an exhibit. All right, Mr. Herrera, do you agree that these are photographs of the existing condition of the exterior of the property as you know it?
Yes, they are.
Okay. And if the variances were granted to allow the conversion to the 3 apartments, would this improve the appearance of the building without taking away its architectural integrity?
Oh, definitely. That would be a better use for this large building that for just one family, I think that there's not that many people that will occupy it. So we will generate, it will give an adaptive reuse, I will say, to the property because right now it's vacant. And it meets all the requirements that are on the zoning ordinance. We have the enough parking spaces and the areas of the units also exceed the minimum requirements.
All right, I don't have any further questions for Mr. Herrera.
Okay, anybody on the board have any questions?
I have a quick question. We have 2 people on the board who are experts at reading these drawings, Mr. Jones and Mr. Bartz. Just quickly, refresh my memory, Mr. Herrera, he did say that there was like a center way of getting up to all floors, right, for the apartments?
That is correct, yes.
Okay, and then where is the place for the people to exit the building in case of a fire?
Okay, if you wanna, Emily, if you can please show me the drawings again, I can guide you through it. Okay, so let's start with this sheet that shows the existing conditions of the building. So there is a central, if I point to the drawing, you can see the mouse or not?
No,
Okay, on the 3 floor plans of all the 3 levels, there is a stairwell that is on the middle of the plan. So that is an existing central stairwell.
Okay.
The access to the first floor unit will be independent and it has the entrance on the front. We will be enclosing this stairwell so it is fire rated and the people on the upper levels will have a safe way to get in and get out of the building. So this page shows existing condition and demolition. The next page will give you a better understanding of what I'm trying to say. Okay, thank you. So if you see the same area where that other stairwell I was showing you before, that is a new corridor that will lead people out to the exterior.
Okay.
Okay. Does that answer your question?
Yes, it did. Thank you.
Absolutely. You're welcome.
Okay, Emily, any comments or questions?
no,
Okay, Mr. Price?
I've done.
All right, anybody in the audience have any comments or, well, not comments, but any questions of the applicant? I don't
¿Alguien en
see,
el auditorio tiene alguna pregunta o comentario para la solicitante?
okay.
No
I don't
response.
see anybody.
Okay, it seems Ms. Carpio's trying to say something. Take her off mute, please.
Okay.
Señora Carpio, ¿te quiere decir algo?
No, que está bien, gracias por todo. Gracias.
No, everything's fine. No, thank you. Thank you.
Does anyone have any questions for Ms. Carpio? She is present and able to answer questions.
¿Alguien tiene alguna pregunta para la señora Carpio? Ya está presente, está dispuesta, está disponible para que se le hagan preguntas.
I don't.
No. Anybody on the board? Anybody in the audience? I don't
¿Alguien?
see anybody.
No pregunta.
¿Alguien en el comité o en el auditorio tiene alguna pregunta? No veo a nadie.
Sí, sí, cruzalo.
Anything in summary, Ms. London?
I don't have anything further. I'll move for the admission of Exhibit 1.
They're admitted.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And if there's nothing else to be brought forward, we'll close this appeal. A decision will be rendered at next month's meeting. And if you're not here, the decision will be mailed to you. And we thank you.
Thank you.
Everybody have a great night.
Good
Thank
night.
you. Thank you.
Good evening.
Gracias.
Is
All
Entonces,
right.
se va a emitir una reunión en la próxima reunión y en la próxima reunión del mes que viene y de esta forma cerramos esta apelación.
Gracias. Gracias.
Is
All right,
Mr.
the
Miller
last-
here?
Go ahead.
I have, the interpreter has one more case. I don't know if you are interested in hearing that case now for 2707-0026.
Yeah.
Was that for 2040?
That's continued.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
to next month.
140, that,
Okay, so the one for Luz Villar is not, 24, yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, so can the
right,
interpreter be
that's been
excused?
continued to next month.
Okay.
Is Mr. Miller from Spot Stevens and McCoy present?
Yes.
He is.
Yeah, I see him on.
Yes, I am here.
All right. Well,
All right.
and that's hearing 2507.
All right.
0023, Mr. Rubin.
We'll go to that next. All right.
I'm here this evening with Scott Esterbrook, attorney.
Okay, just a minute. We have some
sorry.
things we need to clear up first.
All right,
okay?
no problem.
All right. This is Appeal 2507-0023, 219 Washington Street. Jim Boskov is seeking special exception for adaptive reuse for up to 21 residential units of the subject properties and any other relief required to support the project. The property is located in the CC Commercial Core Zoning District, and the owner of record is our City of Reading LLC. Would you swear in our zoning officer, please?
Do you swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Has notice for this appeal been given?
It has.
Okay, Mr. Price.
I'll put some exhibits into the record. Exhibit number 1 is the notice. Exhibit number 2 is proof of posting of the notice. Exhibit number 3 is proof of publication of the notice. Exhibit number 4 is the application, all its attachments, and exhibit number 5 is the zoning ordinance of the City of Reading.
Okay.
There's an attorney here present.
So
Yes, Your
you'll
Honor.
honor your appearance, and then we'll swear in anybody you want to have testify.
Okay, great.
Go ahead.
Scott Esterbrook of the law firm Reed Smith LLP, and I'm here today on behalf of the applicant, Our City Reading, Inc.
Would you do an offer of proof, and then if we have to have any of your witnesses testify, if the board has questions, we'll go from there.
Yes. So the as of now, the only expert witness that we're seeking to have testify is Scott Miller of Spot Stevens and McCoy. Mr. Miller is the manager of land development services at Spot Stevens and McCoy, and he's over 35 experience in land planning, landscape, architecture, and zoning matters. He's managed numerous.
He's testified before us many times.
Okay, so we'll have him admitted. Okay, great. I believe we also have Scott Gruber available from Our City Reading should we need him to testify, but I'm confident that Mr. Miller is going to be able to answer any of the questions needed. So great. So as mentioned, we're Scott Esterbrook here on behalf of Our City Reading, and we are seeking adaptive reuse of the residential project located at 29 Washington Street, which is comprised of approximately 27,000 square feet with the CC zoning district. These are the property was formerly a commercial industrial building that is being converted in a number of phases to below market residential apartments, with the remainder of the building to be occupied by community serving tenants consistent with the building's mission to improve the quality of residents of the City of Reading, particularly the underserved. We're seeking a special exception for up to 21 below market rate apartments, with 9 definitively planned for the 4th floor, and the balance is placeholders in the event needed for future housing on the 2nd floor. Projects designed to provide quality housing for newly hired teachers, artists, and other community members.
On the first floor, is that where the Helping Harvest kitchen is?
Yes, correct. Helping Harvest is there on the first
So
floor.
this is part of the Goggle Works facility?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So with that, I was hoping to introduce our expert witness, Mr. Miller, and ask him some questions to help the project, the application process.
Let's ask Mr. Miller sworn in, please.
Yep.
Please raise your right hand, Mr. Miller. Do you swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. State your full name for the record.
It's Scott Thomas Miller.
Okay. Great. So Mr. Miller, could you start by just explaining your involvement in the preparation of the zoning applications and the supporting materials for the project?
Sure. We were approached by our city LLC to prepare site development plans for the proposed multiple uses that are being proposed for the structure at 229 Washington Street, and also the two adjoining lots at 243 and 245, which contained existing residential units that were demolished and incorporated into this overall project. As part, we did submit land development plans for what we'll call phase one, which is the Helping Harvest. Those plans were reviewed by the city and approved and have since been recorded. We are now working on the additional phases. The Helping Harvest was phase 1 and 2. This is 3, 4, 5, and possibly 6 phases, which included, as indicated earlier, the proposed day school for a BCIU, residential apartments, and then ultimately some studio space for the Goggle Works. At this time, we submitted land development plans for those phases. It came back that we needed to apply for a special exception for the residential apartments. All the other uses were approved. We did get a review letter from the city consultants, Hop Valley Associates, which had some minor items and administrative items that needed to be addressed. And at this point, we are waiting for approval of the special exception to proceed and get final land development plans approval for the overall project.
Okay, great. Can you explain how the project complies with the phase 2 zoning amendments, and particularly the adaptive reuse provisions?
I guess there was an amendment issued in March of 2025 that modified the conditions for the adaptive reuse, which requires that there be retail or commercial space on the first floor, and then above that, including any type of residential units on the upper floors. We have tried to comply with, or we have complied with all of the requirements in the sections that related to the adaptive reuse in relationship to the residential portion, as well as the commercial and other occupancy of the building.
Okay.
Any member of the board have any questions for Mr. Miller?
There was something that I noticed in there. They said something about the parking layout. Have you taken care of that at this point, or is that something you still need to submit, or is that part of another phase?
I guess I can answer that. They have a cross agreement with the Goggle Works for the use of the parking. We did add additional handicap accessible parking spaces adjacent to the building for direct access. And as part of the phase 1 development, there was an elevator core added to the exterior of the building to allow access to the multi-levels of the floor for the building.
Okay, thank you. Any other board members have any questions of Mr. Miller?
Nope.
Emily?
I just had a question. So for this, I guess the second floor and maybe, and on the fourth, and I guess on both floors, a lot of these say studio, but they have enough square footage to be a proper one bedroom. Is there a reason why these are going to be studios and not an actual separated out bedroom?
I think they looked at the square footage for the building. I can't answer that directly, but from the architect's perspective and development, that they probably thought that it was better to have an open floor plan versus individual rooms, given the square footage of the existing footprint overall.
Okay. Well, just so our city Reading knows, all of these units do have sufficient square footage that if you decide to make it a one bedroom, they would still comply with habitable area. So in case you decide to pivot from studios to proper one bedrooms, you do have that option.
Okay, thank you. That's good to know. Thank you.
Thanks, Emily.
All right,
Mhm.
Mr. Price, anything?
I don't have any questions.
Emily, did you have something else?
Actually, just for the parking for the residential uses, has there been any conversation regarding any kind of signage reserving those spaces for residents?
No, but we can probably discuss that at the planning commission.
Okay, yeah, because we're gonna need to see something like that, just because, you know, I've been to events at the Goggle Works and that parking lot does get full whenever there's events. So we want to make sure that those residents have their parking spaces.
Okay. All right.
That's everything.
Anybody in the audience have any questions? All right. Anything else you guys would like to add?
Don't think so. Mr. Miller?
No, I just appreciate the board's time.
Yeah.
And again, we request that you consider our request for a special exception for the residential units.
Okay. All right. Is there anybody in the audience who, I'll ask first, any questions? And I don't think there is anybody out there. Is there anybody who wants to testify for granting the application or testify against granting the application? And we're seeing none in either case. So, Mr. Estabrook, if you would like to add anything in summary, if not, then we'll close the appeal.
No, I have nothing else. We appreciate the board's time and look forward to getting a response.
Okay, thank you. And that'll close this appeal. We'll issue a decision at next month's meeting. You need not be here. The decision will be mailed to you. So we thank you for your presentation.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. And is 2507-0026, is that continued?
Yes.
Pardon?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Okay, so that concludes our August meeting. My apologies to all for my not getting on. We had some phone changes and all the assorted nonsense that went with that. So we finally got it straightened out. So I thank all of you for your attention. And again, I apologize to all of you. So that closes our appeal. Emily, if you